This is just a basic intro to the mechanics of breathing, or a good reminder about the mechanics of breathing. Most people walk around breathing inefficiently and actually causing more stress in the body all day long. So this is stuff you can practice anytime. So first thing, spine straight, because who doesn't want good posture all day long? You can lay down, just maybe lift your knees so your back is straight, or sitting tall or standing tall. Think of maybe even your head floating on your spine by lifting your ears up, or if you had a ponytail, pulling that ponytail up gently. Get your head to float on top of your spine. Collarbone will stay wide. Just start to notice your breathing. You can close your eyes or downward gaze. As you start to notice your breathing, see if you are breathing up at the top of your lungs and lifting your shoulders and tightening your neck. If so, just relax those. See if your jaw is tight. Relax the jaw, close the lips, relax the tongue, open the teeth, but keep the lips closed. See if you can de-stress the forehead, smile on the eyes, smile on the lips. Now, instead of breathing way up high, see if you can get this air to go to the bottom of the lungs in the diaphragm, which is this little dome. It's a big muscle underneath the lowest rib, goes all the way around to the spine, and this little dome shape. It's the cutout version of your lungs. So you want to breathe so much that you press that flat. And then you exhale and it comes back up. And you get to be in charge of this diaphragm muscle. It's actually the fastest growing muscle in the body, and it was given to you by God for breathing. When you use your diaphragm, as opposed to this kind of breathing up here, this is, when you use the diaphragm, you automatically go into a parasympathetic nervous state where you are in rest and digest, which is the place you operate the best. You're in your most present self. You can even, when you do a little more breathing, take some time with it. Release happy hormones, and you're healing yourself. When you breathe up here, you're in a sympathetic nervous system state, and you are in fight or flight. There's only fight or flight or rest and digest, sympathetic or parasympathetic. The goal is to be in parasympathetic, rest and digest all day long. Only use fight or flight when you need it. So you're still noticing your breath. I like to visualize in the beginning, especially working with kids, I can bring the breath in through the nose. It's going to fill up the lungs and push down. It's going to get heavy. It's going to maybe even have a color. Push down on that diaphragm, flatten it out. The ribs are going to expand. Maybe the belly will expand. And then everything comes back. Ribs come in, belly comes in, diaphragm comes back up. And we do it again. Nice and slow. Bringing the air in through the nose, never lifting the shoulders, pushing down on that diaphragm, ribs expanding, ribs coming back, diaphragm coming back up, pushing the air out. So keep that breath. Giving it a color is helpful sometimes. Watch it fill the lungs, push down and wide with the ribs. The ribs come back, diaphragm comes back up. Really relax the belly this time as the air comes in through the nose, down through the lungs, pushing on the diaphragm. Belly expands out. Belly comes back as the diaphragm lifts up. Keep your breathing going. Just notice the breath coming in. Notice it coming out. Watch the mechanics of it so you get familiar. And then eventually you're not using so much concentration to watch the mechanics. It starts to happen automatically. It's really where your body functions overall the best. But you do have to train it sometimes. One of the ways that people breathe better is they walk. Walking is a great place to use this breath, but it's also the easiest place to use it in real life. Driving, computers, phones, even running. I have a lot of runners I train that don't breathe very well, but when they do, of course, they run faster and longer. So you're still using that diaphragm to breathe in. Diaphragm comes back up to breathe out. Get that muscle nice and strong by practicing breathing with the diaphragm all day long.